Hey, it's Haley with Nova Therapy, and today I'm coming at you with the topic of hobbies. Now, you may be asking, why are we talking about hobbies? What makes them so special and so important? But if you think back on life, hobbies have always really been a part of lifestyles. In school, hobbies include reading, art, gym, and as adults, they can change into other things. Maybe you have photography or music or dance. Hobbies can really be anything that you want them to be, and you can even develop new hobbies at any age. Now, hobbies change, like I said, and an example of this is when I was younger, I loved art. Painting, coloring, sculptures with clay, you name it, I was doing it. But with age, I kind of got tired of art, and I took a new interest into music. Singing, putting together beats, you name it, I really enjoyed it. And then as I got older again, I kind of grew out of music and took new hobbies. And it's kind of just an ever-evolving pattern to make your hobbies fit with who you are. Now, that's not to say I don't still enjoy music and art and all the other things I used to when I was younger. They're just not necessarily my go-tos. Now, someone with anxiety, depression, bipolar, everyone needs hobbies because hobbies are a great mental health outlet. They can help you reduce stress and loneliness and even promote creativity and self-expression. Hobbies can also help us be present in the moment and kind of take our mind off of any mental or physical fatigue or mental health symptoms we have going on. Hobbies, if you decide to have hobbies that have social interaction, can help you meet new people and really broaden your social life. Choosing a hobby you can do with others can even help you have meaningful social interactions. For example, in the past, I've taken an art class, but instead of doing it alone, I invited my mom with me. And so we were able to have that really enjoyable moment together. Hobbies can also help us with our self-esteem. So each time you improve your skill or your hobby, you can build your self-esteem and feel confident in that. Even memories. Hobbies can challenge your mental abilities and help improve your problem-solving skills and help you create good memories while doing it. Now, hobbies also bring perspective to life. They give you things to work towards. Art, music, dance. When we first start hobbies, we're not going to be the best at them, but it gives us something to practice, something to put time and effort into, and really achieve those milestones when we're ready. Now, part of you probably is thinking, that sounds great, but how? How do I get into hobbies? Especially when I'm not sure of my interest or kind of where I'm at in life. When I'm working with anyone who says something like that, I encourage them to kind of make a list. What are some things in life that you have been curious of? What are some things that you've tried before but feel like you want to give another try? Even ask yourself, what are some things I see people doing that I want to learn how to do? I'm a firm believer that there is no time like the present to learn or develop a new hobby or a skill. Now, let me err on a side of caution. If we're going to do a physical hobby, please be cautious. Make sure to stretch, take care of your body, and just be mindful to take the proper procedures. A great example of this is last year, I thought I was going to learn how to longboard. Yes, me, Haley, learned how to longboard. And I look awesome doing it. It was really fun. It helps get me outside. But let me be honest, I fell on my face more times than I can count. Even took a spill face first onto concrete, which thankfully I was wearing a helmet. So when I say be mindful and cautious, that is what I'm talking about. Any hobby can be exciting, but it's going to take some trial and error to really get it down. So make sure to set yourself up for success. Now, back to kind of how we get into the hobby. If you have your list, give yourself some time just to ponder, kind of notice what you find interesting and see how you could do it. Then the next step would be to go and get the supplies or the things you need. You have to give yourself time and at least a few times trying for at least 20 to 30 minutes to really get into the rhythm of the hobby. So let's take the example of art. I've always found art to be interesting, but I don't know how to get involved. I would break art down into all the different ways someone could do art. Do I want to paint? Color? Do I want to draw or sketch? Maybe online illustrations? Once I have that figured out, let's say I would like to paint. I'm going to Amazon or go to the store and I'm going to get the supplies. I may even get a book that teaches me some painting techniques or kind of how to start and what to paint. I may also look for inspiration while I'm in the aisle to see what's around and what else could pique my interest. And then I'm going to come home. I'm going to designate some time to just trying out the skill and seeing where it takes me. Hobbies, again, are trial and error and can even depend on our mood. But when we're practicing hobbies and develop them, they can even become a passion. I may start painting and realize, wow, I really enjoy this. Maybe I want to paint bigger canvases or more colors and really try and craft some techniques. Hobbies are really important for adults and children for many reasons. Remember, they help us with our mental health, can even be social stimulating, improve our mental abilities, our self-esteem, and they bring perspective to our life. So, if you're someone who needs a hobby or curious about a hobby, go for it. It's important that we seize the day and notice that there's no time like the present because there's so many benefits to it. And the worst that could happen is we realize maybe that hobby isn't for us and we try a new one. There is always the next day to try new things, and I really encourage you to take this step to take care of yourself. Thanks for tuning in. As always, you can catch Nova Therapy on our Instagram, our wonderful podcast, and if you're interested in some therapy, check out our website. Sign up for a free 15-minute consultation to find a therapist you vibe with.